Looks like the rain is right on time for my video. It's going to create pretty dramatic effect. I like it. So today's video is going to be quite short, quite technical. I want to jump on some charts because it's something that I know some of you guys like. We'll try to see how the Euro USD is behaving. A couple of weeks ago I talked about that pair because it was reaching a major level, 1.15. So let's go on the chart. It's not going to be happening outside. And I'll show you guys exactly what happens and what I'm kind of planning to do in that pair. So pretty much for the longest time I can imagine, EURUSD has been ranging between two levels, 1.05 and 1.15. I talked about this pair a couple of weeks ago, I think, saying that this was a major level to look for. We could either look for reversals or breakouts. But the key point here is going to be that every single time you want to look at trades at those levels, confluence comes into play. Confluence means you look for different factors, things that are going to add up to create something strong. And you're not going to buy or sell only based on the level. That would be very on the spot. So you want to plan your trade and you want to look at different things. Now what's been interesting is that yesterday, the market's been closing with this candlestick right here, doji. It means that there's indecision at this level. Whether the buyers or the sellers are going to step in control, we never know. But the matter is that this candlestick happened at the major zones. Now, what you really want to make sure you understand at this point also is that this alone wouldn't be enough to enter a trade. Just because it's a doji isn't enough to enter a trade. If you are trading in a sideways market like this, you could look for different indicators. And one of them that works well in a sideways market is the RSI. So let me just put in the RSI on this pair. The RSI right now is showing an overbought level. Now, does it mean because it's overbought, price is going to go down? No, because this is not dictating the market. This is just a calculation that tells us what the market is doing. If you look at the ADX, just because it happens to be in my chart because I was doing some tests before, the ADX shows the strength of a trend. We are at about 57. And the fact is that over 25 or 20, depending on what you see as significant, price is trending. So you could look at this and you could say, well, we have an RSI overbought. We have the ADX high, and you know for a fact that the RSI does not work well in a trend. What's happening here on the daily chart is sort of a trend. Even though we are arriving at this level, we didn't see any consolidation in price, except this melting right here. And we need to see some bigger evidence. A doji like this doesn't mean price is going to go down. It just means there's indecision. Who's going to take control? Maybe the buyers, maybe the sellers. So that's pretty much the whole thing here. And the other thing is that we had an announcement today from the Fed that didn't really help the whole thing. Usually when those things happen, I will be very careful to trade. These are not numbers, they're like more speeches, which makes the price react a little bit more. And it's pretty much what we saw today, right after 2 p.m. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about today. Although there's kind of a setup here with the Bollinger Band, you need to ask yourself whether this is the right conditions. And with the trend that we have right now, I would say it's not the right condition to trade. But be very careful about what you see in the future, because this is still at the zones where price could reverse or could simply go further above. And by the way, full disclosure, I do have a trade open since recently on EURUSD. Okay, it's basically a buy trade that I took last week. I'll draw it quickly here because I see I'm not connected to the charts. I entered right here above the candlestick. Stop loss below the low, and risk and reward to risk of 3 to 1 about. I'm always thinking profit at 2 to 1, which is this strategy I've been testing since a couple of days. But the trade is open now, and we'll see what happens with that. I know for a fact that this has a win rate of about 45%. So I won't go very further for this video today. It's been pretty short, but I hope you guys got some value. If so, please drop a like. Comment below with your thought, your question. I want to hear them all the time. And I will, of course, see you guys, as always, tomorrow. Ciao.